Right now, on the big lines, $17 to $20 per person per day hits your account before you order a thing. For a couple over 65 on a week at sea, that's over $200 in gratuities most people never question. But the part they stay quiet about isn't the amount, it's where it really goes, and whether removing it quietly gets you marked all week. Let's start with the charge you already said yes to. Secret number 1, the charge you already said yes to. Here's something the cruise lines won't spell out at the gangway. The moment you step aboard, a daily charge starts running somewhere around $17 to $20 per person, per day on the major lines added straight to your account before you've had a coffee or sat down to dinner. They call it crew appreciation, a service charge, or a hotel charge. And in 2026, 3 of the biggest lines nudged it higher. For a couple over 65 on a week-long sailing, that quietly climbs past $200. I watched this happen on nearly every sailing I worked passengers with no idea the charge had been ticking since day 1, then arriving at the desk on the final morning, stunned by the total. You're not being cheated, but you deserve to see it coming, and the time to settle that is before you ever leave home. At booking, ask, is the daily crew gratuity already included in my fare or added to my account on board? Get that answer first because the next question is the one that fires up every comment section. Once it leaves your account, where does that money actually go? Secret number 2, where the money actually goes. This is the one passengers our age care about most, and rightly so. You're not tipping to pad a corporation. You want it reaching the people who carried your bags and cleaned your cabin. So, here's the honest answer the lines finally put on record. The cruise companies state the daily gratuity is distributed to crew, and on Carnival, the brand's own ambassador confirmed the majority is split between the person who cleans your cabin and the person who serves you in the dining room, with a smaller share to the behind-the-scenes teams. It is not handed to the head office. I saw this firsthand. The crew who looked after you were the ones that money was built to reach. Don't take it on faith, though. You're allowed to ask, and a good desk will tell you plainly. At guest services. Can you confirm my daily gratuity goes to my cabin steward and dining staff? Now, that's the official answer. There's a louder one going around online that says the crew never see a penny. You need to know how much of it is actually true. Secret number 3. The "they see nothing" rumor. This is the claim spreading through every cruise video and comment thread that the crew get nothing, that the line just uses your gratuity to top up a wage they'd owe anyway, so you might as well remove it. Here's the truth, because you deserve accuracy, not outrage. That story traces back to a single anonymous crew comment that the cruise line's own representative said he could not confirm. It is a rumor, not a verified fact. What the lines have documented is the opposite, that the money is shared among the crew who served you. For travelers over 65 who pride themselves on doing right by working people, this matters. Acting on a rumor could mean shorting the very steward you wanted to thank. Believe what's documented, not what's loudest. Before removing anything, ask, show me how this gratuity is distributed on this ship. So, the daily charge is removable if you choose, but there's a second gratuity riding beside it that you genuinely cannot take off. Secret number 4, the tip you can never remove. Everyone argues about the daily gratuity. Almost nobody warns you about the other one. Every time you buy a drink, a bottle of wine, a specialty coffee, or book a spa treatment, the line automatically adds a service charge of 18 to 20% on top. And that one is not optional. You can adjust your daily crew gratuity at the desk, but this percentage is baked into the purchase the second you sign. I watched countless passengers our age comb their final bill in confusion, certain they'd been double charged, when really it was this add-on stacking up drink by drink across the week. It's legitimate. It's just never explained up front. Expect it and read your folio before it surprises you. At the bar or spa, ask once, is the gratuity already included on this or added after? Knowing that charge exists is half the battle, the other half is timing, because there's a window quietly closing that decides how much you pay at all. Secret number 5, the prepay window closing on you. Here's something the cruise lines won't flag until it's too late to use it. When a line announces a gratuity increase, the old, lower rate is usually still available, but only if you prepay your gratuities before the increase takes effect. In 2026 alone, Carnival raised its daily rate in April, MSC in May, and Holland America in June. Anyone who prepaid before those dates locked in the lower number for the whole sailing. Anyone who waited paid the new, higher rate. For a couple over 65 on a longer cruise, that small per-day gap adds up to real money across the week. I watched seasoned cruisers save simply because they handled this at booking instead of at the desk. It's the easiest dollar you'll ever keep. At booking, can I prepay gratuities now to lock today's rate before any increase? Prepaying protects you one way, but there's a package deal that can quietly make you pay these same gratuities twice. Secret number 6, the package that pays it twice. This is the one experienced cruisers push back on until they see their own invoice. Several lines now sell all-in bundles. Princess Plus and Princess Premier are the clearest examples, and on many of them, the daily crew gratuity is already folded into the package price. The trap is simple. A passenger buys the bundle, then prepays gratuities again on the side, and ends up covering the same tip twice. I saw this constantly with couples who'd booked a generous package precisely so they wouldn't have to think about extras. The package was doing its job. They just didn't know it. Before you add a single gratuity line, find out what your fare already includes. Ask, does my fare or package already include daily gratuities, or do I still owe them separately? That covers what's charged automatically. After the break, the one method that guarantees your money lands exactly where you want it. Quick one before we go on. Have you ever pulled your gratuities at the desk? Or do you always leave them and tip cash on top? Tell me below, I read them. And if this is already saving you money, subscribe. The second half is the good half, including the one charge that surprises people most when they're trying to relax. Secret number 7, the cash rule that changes everything. If you remember one thing from this video, make it this. When you hand a crew member cash directly, that money stays with that person. Full stop. The daily charge is pooled and shared by formula. A cash tip pressed into the hand of the steward who remembered your coffee order goes straight to them. This is why so many seasoned travelers our age leave the daily gratuity in place to cover the wider team, then add cash on top for the 2 or 3 people who genuinely made the trip. It isn't about spending more, it's about aiming your appreciation. Reward the service you actually felt. On the final evening, hand it directly. Thank you. This is just for you. Not left on the bill. Cash handles the people you meet, but there's a charge waiting for you at the specialty restaurant that most passengers don't see until dessert. Secret number 8, the specialty dining add-on. Booking the steakhouse or the Italian restaurant for a special night out. Lovely idea, just know what rides along with it. On most major lines, the extra fee specialty restaurants tack an automatic service charge onto your cover price, the same 18 to 20% you see on drinks. So the dinner you budgeted at a flat per-person rate quietly arrives a fifth higher. I watched couples our age treat themselves to one elegant evening, then frown at a bill that didn't match the menu price they'd been quoted. Nothing shady is happening. The charge is standard, but it belongs in your math before you book, not as a surprise when the check lands. When reserving, is the service charge already in the cover price or added on top? Dining isn't the only place this hides. The next one shows up right when you're trying to relax, and it stings the most. Secret number 9, the spa bill surprise. You've earned a massage on a sea day. Here's what nobody at the spa desk leads with. Spa and salon services carry an automatic gratuity too, often 20%, a notch higher than the drinks charge added on top of a treatment price that's already premium at sea. For a couple over 65 booking a relaxing afternoon, that turns a generous splurge into a noticeably bigger one. I watched guests come out blissfully relaxed and walk straight into a bill that erased the calm in a heartbeat. The treatment is worth it. The surprise is not. Ask the full price before you book, and the only thing you'll feel afterward is rested. At the spa, what's the total with gratuity included? Before you book, not after. By now, you might be tempted to strip every charge you can. Before you do, you need the answer to the question I teased at the start. Secret number 10, the flagged as cheap myth. Here's the fear that keeps good people paying for service they never received, that if you adjust your daily gratuity, the crew get a list, you're branded cheap, and your service quietly falls apart for the rest of the week. So let me put it plainly, from the inside. The daily gratuity is officially discretionary. You are allowed to adjust it, and the crew member serving you is not handed a naughty list to punish you with. What's true is subtler. Removing the pooled charge reduces what reaches the team, which is exactly why the honest move is to leave it and reward standouts in cash, not to strip it out of spite. Don't let a myth bully you into overpaying, and don't let it talk you into shorting the crew either. Decide on the facts. If service truly fails, I'd like to discuss my gratuity with a manager, calmly at the desk. Settle the myth, and one practical question remains. Why does the nicer cabin cost you more to tip than the one down the hall? Secret number 11, why your suite costs more to tip. Treating yourself to a suite for a milestone? Expect the gratuity to climb with it. On most lines, suite guests pay a higher daily rate than standard cabins, $1 or $2 more per person per day, with some premium tiers higher still. The logic is that suites come with more attentive stateroom service, so the crew appreciation scales to match. For travelers over 65 splurging on comfort, it's rarely a deal breaker, but it's another line that belongs in the total before you book, not after. I watched plenty of guests upgrade for the space and the balcony, never clocking that the daily charge nudged up too. When upgrading, what's the daily gratuity rate for this suite category specifically? That's every charge, every fix, every myth. Now the piece that ties it together. The line-by-line picture that tells you exactly where you stand in 2026. Secret number 12. The line-by-line truth for 2026. Here's the part I'd staple to every booking confirmation. The big mainstream lines all charge a daily gratuity in roughly the same band for standard cabins. Carnival and MSC near the lower end after their 2026 increases, Holland America in the middle, Royal Caribbean a touch above, and Norwegian at the top of the group with suites a tier higher on each. But here's the truth most passengers our age never hear. Not every line charges separately at all. The luxury lines, names like Silversea, Seabourn, Regent, and Virgin Voyages, fold crew gratuities right into the fare. Nothing to add, remove, or argue about. So when you compare a cheap base fare against an all-in-one, this is the hidden difference that decides which is actually cheaper. Run the gratuity across every night and every guest before you call a fare a bargain. That single habit is worth more than every coupon on the internet. Before booking any line, is the daily gratuity extra here or already included in this fare? Here's the whole thing in one line. A gratuity isn't a trap when you understand it. It's only a trap when nobody tells you it's there. But the daily crew charge isn't the only thing quietly stacking up on your account. There's a whole set of fees that aren't gratuities at all, the ones that hit your bill after you've already left the ship. Knowing them is the difference between a clean final statement and a nasty surprise on your card at home. That's what I'm covering next, and it's on the screen right now. See you on the next one.